What is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today I'm bringing you guys another Forza 5 drift build. Now, for a really long while, well, not a really long while, but for, I want to say quite a while, on a lot of my drift build videos, people have been requesting that I do a drift build of the Buick Regal GNX. Now, I've never really used this car in Forza. I never messed around with it in Forza 4, and I haven't touched it in this game, so this will be my very first time trying this thing out, and I'm gonna go ahead and buy it, and we're gonna see how it goes. I mean, as far as everything with the car, I mean, it's already got 300 horsepower, and somewhere I didn't even check the torque. I think it was like around 350 pounds-feet of torque, something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the colors, and all you can get is black. So let's see what else we can use. You know what? Let's just get it in black. And if I want to change it, I can change it later. But, yeah, so the power, we're starting out with a pretty decent amount of power, but then again, it's about 3,500 pounds, so, I mean, decently heavy car. As far as the looks go, I could say I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the way this car looks. So I'll go ahead and get that out of the way right now. Some people may like the way this thing looks. I'm personally not one of them. It's kind of, I don't know, just something about the way it looks just doesn't look right to me. I mean, the interior is kind of, it's kind of muscle car, like it's kind of classic muscle car reminiscent, but it kind of looks cheap in here. I mean, I know that that's not a very, I know that's not a very, when they were designing this car, making a very high, like, premium-looking interior wasn't their main goal. But, I mean, it just looks very, I mean, obviously you can't touch it and feel it because it's Auto Vista, or Forza Vista, but it just looks kind of cheap in here. But I'm going to go ahead and start it up, just see how it sounds stock. Not bad. I mean, it revs to a little bit over 6,000 RPM, so not a super rev-happy engine, but not a slouch either. So let's go ahead and start upgrading this thing and see what we can see what kind of drift car we could turn it into. And also, I want to leave the stock engine in it because I believe that there's really no swaps you could do. Well, wait, yes, there are. But I'm gonna leave the stock engine as well. I mean, we could swap in a 5.7 liter LS. Or we even swap in a 7-liter, but I mean, I don't really want to be honest. I wanted to see what I can turn this stock motor into. So first thing we're gonna do is, whoa, we can't. There's no, wow, there's no actual like aspiration conversion. Dang. Body panels, you just got the Forza bumper, and I'm guessing just the Forza wing as well. Yeah, we're not gonna even look at that. For the hood, nah, this one's all right. And it shaves off 7 pounds, so we might as well go ahead and go with it. Now, let's go ahead and do the suspension first. Well, platform and handling, as you call it in Forza, but basically all the suspension parts. I mean, but then again, brakes, that's more of a platform and handling part. Oh my god, man, those race springs and dampers, they lower it a lot. I mean, it's different for every car, but on this thing, they lower it quite a bit. Don't really need to do anything else in there. For the drivetrain, though, definitely need to take everything up all the way. Let's see. Get all the race transmission parts in there. As well as the carbon fiber race driveline. Did not want to do that. Okay, there we go. For some reason, it just didn't want to select whatsoever. Race diff. And let's see. Where do we want to go from here? We can do the tires and rims. And for the tire compound, I'm just going to go with streets. So, not too much grip. And for the tires, I'm actually, I'm only going to upgrade them to, well, let's see how big you can go. 345s. That's a little too big. Let's go with 295s in the rear and leave the front stock, because I think that actually might end up being a good setup. Now, I'm not sure here what I want to do. Let's look at the multi-piece rims. Not really feeling that many of these so far. However, these might look good when painted black. So let's go ahead and try these, but paint them black. Make them a little bit bigger. And then, you know what? No, actually, not on this car. Not on this car. When I started to make them a little bigger, I realized they weren't going to look the best on this car. However, these, in my opinion, these seem to fit this car perfectly. So do these, actually, but these, dang, they fit it perfectly. I'm just going to look at the others real quick. Ooh, those look nice. So do these. I'm actually going to go with, I'm going to go with these. These actually look really nice, in my opinion. Let's see. Bring them up to, that's what, 18? 18s look pretty good. Still a little bit of meat left on the tire, but not, you're not going overkill, obviously. So yeah, not bad. And it looks good in black, so I don't think I'm going to end up changing the body color, because I think, like I said, it looks good in black. Now, we'll probably end up maxing everything out, because it doesn't look like we can do any kind of forced induction on this car. So I'm going to try and pull as much power out of this motor as I can without doing a motor swap on it, because on my drift builds, I really like to keep the motor... Oh my god. It doesn't even have a street exhaust? Dang. But on my drift builds, I really... Sometimes on some cars, I like to keep the stock motor, because I feel like a lot of times the stock motor was built for that car and really well suited to that car and the characteristics of it. And oh well, wait a minute, this thing was already turbocharged. Okay, that's kind of embarrassing, because I don't know anything about, like I said, I don't really know anything at all about this car, and I just realized it's already got a single turbo on it, so I kind of feel a little bit embarrassed at the moment. But we're cool. We're cool. So we're already up to about 610 horsepower. Should be plenty. It should be plenty for this thing. Go ahead and stick a race oil and cooling system in there. And last but definitely not least, a race flywheel. Now, let's go ahead and tune it and see what we come up with. Now, I'm trying to think of the track I want to test it on as well. I'm thinking Bernese Alps, because Bernese Alps not only comes up a lot in the drift lobby rotation now, but it's just a fun track to drift on, really. I enjoy it a lot. 5, 6, and 3. No, 3 in the rear. And maybe 6.2. And then, let's see, dropping the ride height down all the way. Soften up the springs a little bit. You gotta wait for that thing to go. There we go. And then for the damping, bring it down just a little. 6.5. A little bit more than usual, but still not that much. And for the diff, obviously 100% both ways. And let's apply it and test drive it. So we're going to go ahead and go to Bernese Alps and really see what we can do, see how this thing feels. I'm going to take it to the Stadtplatz circuit, because I think that's a little bit more suited to drifting, at least in my opinion. I like it better for drifting, and because I feel like it's a little bit shorter and it doesn't have as many straights on it, which, I mean, straights don't really do you much good when you're drifting, except for picking up speed, which is obviously useful, but it's not not the biggest focus. So let's see how this thing sounds first off. Pretty unique sound, actually. About halfway down on the brakes, trying to warm up the rear tires. Let's go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, kick it out. Oh, that's odd. Ooh, that's weird. The way the car feels is weird. I'm gonna have to get used to this. The steering is a bit slow, and it doesn't really let you counter steer as fast as you might want to, which can be really weird and really frustrating and make you lose your points. So, definitely gonna have to get used to that. This turbo is also very laggy. If you're not up in boost, then you're not going to get power. Definitely not going to get power if you're not up in the boost all the time. And the boost doesn't seem to come on until like 5,000 RPMs, which means you have to keep constantly revving this thing out. Constantly to get what you want out of it. No, 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 that's a little bit more angle than I wanted! Please don't lose the points. Okay, whew! It's too much. Oh, God. Unpredictable. Unpredictable and hard to control. That's probably the biggest two things I could say about this car so far. Like, first impressions-wise, this thing is unpredictable, hard to control, and quite a handful. This would definitely be, I don't want to say effective for online drifting. It might be fun if you're not going all out to win. But if you're wanting to be effective, this is definitely not the car for that, because it's just, like I said before, so just unpredictable. The suspension feels like, it feels smudgy and sloppy, and so does the steering, but it's got all this power behind it, so you don't know what that smudgy suspension is gonna do half the time. And, ooh! And even with its unpredictability, though, I mean, it can be fun. That's the thing. It can be fun if you... There's a requirement when you're drifting this thing. You have to let go of any kind of expectations for winning with this car, because when you're using it, you have to, like, if the thing spins you out and, you know, throws you off into a wall, you have to be ready for it, and you have to be, like, ready to be okay with it. Because it will do it, and I just took out all those cones. That was awesome. But you have to be ready for it, and you have to be willing to give up all your points, pretty much, to the car, because it will take them from you. Stay in boost, come on! I really don't like the way this turbo is set up. I don't like how late it comes on. But then again, I mean, that can be a good thing, because it's got, like, you're waiting, and boost! Like, it just comes in like crazy, because when it comes in, it doesn't really... Oh, come on. Into the wall. It doesn't really have... Oh, come on, stop. Oh, God. Okay, we're alright, but it doesn't really have a build-up, let's say. The turbo doesn't really seem to have a build-up. It just kind of... You're revving, and then boom, the turbo comes in like a rocket and just catapults you. I mean, I'll show you guys that right now. How I'm just in, you know, third gear, flooring it, and then boom, there's the boost, and it immediately goes sideways. Immediately, the boost comes on, and you're sideways, or either sideways or the rear tires are spinning. It's one of the two, because when the boost comes on, it's on. And when it comes on, it's on. As long as you don't drop below 5,000 RPMs, you're getting full boost. There is no build-up whatsoever. This is not a finesse car. This is not a car that is very focused. It's just kind of, it's all over the place. It's unpredictable, and it can be really entertaining because of all these things. But you also have to be willing to accept those facts. If you're going to drive this car and drift this car, you have to be willing to accept the facts of it being unpredictable and sometimes quite hard to control, and just not a very effective car if you're going for drift scores, that's for sure. Keep it. Oh, no, 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 no. Stop. Stop. Oh, God. Okay. I am so surprised that we actually saved those points. That was insane. Let's go for some... Try and go for some huge angle on this corner. Oh, God. That's huge. Ugh. That angle was pretty huge. That is one of the few things, though, that I actually do like about this car, is that it does like to get angle. It does like to get angle, and it's pretty responsive when you want when you want it to actually stay on a drift angle. I mean, if you leave it in 4th gear like I'm doing right now, stay in the boost, and really pay attention, then you can land some good lines like I did right there. Some good combos, 23,000 points. Didn't drop boost, stayed in that 1 gear, and it just went. It just went. It just did exactly what I wanted it to do because I was really, really focusing on it and really, really focusing on not letting the RPMs drop and really focusing on my steering, making sure that you know, kind of roly-poly suspension didn't try to bite me. And that's the only time I think when this car can be effective. Any other time, and it's definitely not the most effective car to use. But if you want something fun, entertaining, and an overall challenge, if you're kind of looking for something that you think, you know, oh, well, there's like all the other drift cars I'm using are too easy, like maybe you feel that way about it, then this car can be a good challenge. But then again, like I said, don't expect to set very many records with it. So if you guys enjoyed this drift build, don't forget to leave me a like. Tell me in the comment section below what you thought of it. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. And I will see you guys later.